Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another amazing episode of What Happened to Him. Today we'll be covering high school standout or former high school standout Cameron Reddish. What actually happened to my boy? I mean, he was so amazing in high school, but what happened to him? Yes, he got into the NBA, but what really happened to him as soon as he got there? Now, we all know Cameron Reddish from his amazing mixtapes and his time with Zion and RJ and all the amazing highlights that we saw from, his time in Duke. Now, RJ is a 6'8" monster. I mean, not only he's 6'8", but he has a 7'1" wingspan, which is literally jaw-dropping. I mean, that's why you see him playing amazing defense on his highlights. I mean, he can literally clean the board with that 7'1" wingspan. He played for Hartford High School in Pennsylvania, then transferred to Westtown School in Westchester, Pennsylvania. He ended up teaming up with Mo Bamba. For his junior high school season, he averaged 16 points, and he led his team Moose to a Friends School League championship, which is amazing. He averaged 23.8 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 3 assists in his AAU season in 2017, playing in the Nike EYBL, the best Nike camp in terms of, high school basketball in all of the United States. As soon as he had that amazing performance, he blazed that exact performance into his own craft in his senior year of high school. He averaged 22.6 points and 5.6 rebounds. Wow, and not only that, he got these amazing achievements. He was 2018 Mr. Pennsylvania Basketball. He was a McDonald's All-American. He was part of the Jordan Brand Classic and the Nike Hoop Summit. Wow. I mean, this guy is seriously legit. If you have your name in a McDonald's All-American, you're really legit. You're gonna be in the NBA someday, or, at least get into the NBA somehow. He was known as a 5-star recruit across both ESPN and 24/7 Sports. He was the third best player behind his two new teammates RJ Barrett and Zion Williamson. Schools like UCLA, Duke, Kentucky, UConn, and Villanova that actually wanted him. And honestly, his decision of going to Duke honestly affected his career. I mean, yes, he had a spotlight on him because he had RJ and Zion. And let me explain. It was both a good decision for him and a bad decision. The bad decision is everyone in Duke and everyone, nationally will be focused on RJ and Zion because they're the people that they want to see. RJ and Zion are like Batman and Robin, and then you see Cam Reddish. He's the awkward, butler, he's Alfred, look, Zion is obviously Batman because of his athleticism and his freakish form in Duke, and he obviously dominated the floor, not only offensively but defensively. And obviously you have RJ Barrett to back him up with his amazing stellar shooting and his length and being able to pass it and lob it to Zion. And then you have Cam Reddish. Now Cam, he had that awkward, role. Yes, he can shoot threes like hell. He can score, he can make his own plays by himself, create for others. But the thing is, the spotlight was not on him. If everyone's dancing in a tango, you see both Zion and RJ dancing, doing the cha-cha, you see the spotlight on him, and then you see Reddish, who is drinking iced tea in the other end of the bar. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, he was amazing in Duke. He averaged 13 points per game, along with 33% from 3. And obviously 4 rebounds and 2 assists to go with it. I mean, I'm not saying that he had, a stellar performance, but he performed pretty freaking well along with Zion and RJ. I mean, he was a pretty darn good Alfred, that I must say. He debuted in November 18, 2018 against Kentucky, another team that he kind of swerved. Honestly, he shouldn't have went to Kentucky or Villanova if he wanted himself to be more exposed. I mean, the thing is about, Cam is he made a mistake then and there. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have went to Duke. Duke is such an amazing decision, but if you are trying to stand out in the draft, I don't think it's a good idea to be behind the first and second pick, I don't want to be in a team where I get, hidden. I'm like a hidden gem, If Zion and RJ was in the surface of the water, I don't want to be the guy that's buried. Yes, he was named an all ACC honorable mention team. Everyone, including me, expected to see Cam Reddish within the top 3, or at least the top 5. Yes, top 10 isn't the end of the world, but ladies and gentlemen, top 10 and below is the new standard of couple games in the G League, and then we'll place you back in the NBA if you're actually good, alright? Lonnie Walker is the main example of the San Antonio Spurs. When he was with the Spurs, he averaged less than 10 points during his rookie season before his G League experience. After his G League experience, he started averaging 10 points to 12 points per game, and that could really show that the G League really helps. And in terms of Atlantis' head office, this is such an irresponsibility that they did. Yes, it was a good decision to grab Cam Reddish, but if you're surrounding him like guys of age and people who can really have the same role as him, like DeAndre Hunter, when you snatched him from the Lakers with the 4th pick, the thing with, DeAndre Hunter, the difference is a little bit of height. But basically, him and Cam played the same game, catch and shoot. Guys that can really shoot off the dribble and can play solid defense. So why did you draft Cam if you snatched DeAndre Hunter from the Lakers? That was, one of the decisions that I had in my mind, that kind of lingered there. Now, for his rookie season, RJ did alright. Yes, he averaged 10.5 points per game, 1 steal, 1.5 assists, and 3.7 rebounds, but that is not amazing numbers. I mean, 10 pick numbers, yes, he is averaging 10 pick numbers, but he is having a disappointing performance. If he's really being paid to shoot, then why isn't he shooting well? I get his rookie jitters. Yes, there's a bright side that he averaged 33% from 3, but that's not amazing in the NBA. That's like at least average or alright in the NBA. Small forward shooting guards are expected to shoot at least 34 and above. I'm not placing such high regards for Cam. I get it that he was a rookie at this time, but at least, have a decent field goal percentage. RJ only actually averaged 38% from the field goal. What? That only means 38% of his shots actually went in. And not only that, it got worse on his second season. Not only in his rookie year, he was also able to, to play 58 games. But this season, he only played 26 games. You know what's funny about that 26 percentile? From his downtown range of 33% from 3, he dropped it to 26. What's this with his 26 percentile? Jesus. This guy has issues in an NBA. He looks lost out there, along with Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, and most especially the freakishly athletic wingman, big man, in John Collins. He looks lost out there. Because when I see Hawks games, and what I love about the Hawks and how they're fighting this well in late in the playoffs against the Philadelphia 76ers, they look calm and composed. Yes, they're being carried by Trae, but unlike other teams that panicked mid through the playoffs, I could see how calm and composed the Hawks are, even though they were the lower seed and everyone projected them to be swept by the number 1 seeded Philadelphia 76ers. Wow. I mean, 11 points, 1 steal, and 4 rebounds isn't much of an improvement. And the fact that his stats are going down by the year. This is my plan for him to get back on track to the NBA. Give him some time in the G League. I'm not saying that you should full on place him in the G League forever. No. For the rest of the season, no. Test him for at least 15 to 20 games. He should be fine. Dominates that end. Alright? After he dominates the G League, maybe give him a little bit more minutes in NBA. I'm not saying that he should start. I should say maybe 13 to 16 minutes should be fine off the bench. Alright? I'm not expecting him to start over Bogdan Bogdanovic next season. I mean, Bogdan is such a terrific shooter, not only inside the paint, but most likely is outside the paint. Him going off screens and knowing what to do, on the offensive end. So I do not think that Cam should remain on the Hawks. Now, the Hawks are a nice, young, and upcoming team with Alex Len, and of course, they had their advice from Vince Carter, but honestly, I think it's time to go for Cam. I think he needs to find another young team that maybe he could shed some spotlight on him. I mean, he's been lost in Atlanta for the past 2 years because of Kevin Huerter, Trae Young, and John Collins. Everybody loves the in-game posters and dunks, so that's why they care about Collins. Everybody cares about Trae Young because he's shooting hella well, and people are calling him a baby Stephen Curry. I mean, I think that's a little bit too far of a stretch, but the boy can play. And then you have Kevin Huerter, who's literally his second fiddle Klay Thompson. I'm not saying that he is as good as prime Klay Thompson, but he plays like him. So, honestly, that draws even more focus off of him. Because what did we really talk about this season? Or the season before? It's always about Zion and RJ sitting in a tree, K-A-I-S-S-I-N-G. But not Cam. And honestly, this is Cam's fault for even choosing to go to Duke. If he went to Kentucky or UCLA just to stand out, maybe his career would have turned out different. Now, spend some time in the G League, tune your shooting out. I hope this guy really becomes better in the NBA eventually. And he has to have a brand new team to give him more minutes and more opportunities to hold the ball. So ladies and gentlemen, if you liked today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to join the family. We're almost there to hitting 170 subscribers, so the hunt for 200 is on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall part to you with these amazing words of thank you, and I shall see you next Thursday, next week. Actually, not next Thursday, next Friday, joking. Alright, see you next Friday, next week, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye.